Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Midweek Minutes. Today is Wednesday. You're probably going to get this tomorrow on Thursday. The last few days, coming up to the end of October here, and look forward to the next couple of months. It's going to be a beautiful season at Fairfax Baptist Church, despite the fact that we still are going to have to be limited in the way we celebrate it. A couple of things that are attached to this email in addition to this video are, first of all, the little printed bulletin that we're sending out on a monthly basis. It contains a little more information just to maybe print up and stick on the refrigerator to let you know of when some key dates are coming up through the month of November. Again, not a lot in the month of November. Even though we've got Thanksgiving, I want to go ahead and tell you now, just remind you something that you knew was coming all along. Our traditional celebration of the Thanksgiving season, where we, pack the place out in the fellowship hall and overflow rooms and that kind of thing for our fellowship meal, usually following the worship service on Sunday morning, just the week prior to Thanksgiving. We're not going to be able to do that. You know that. We looked at several options of ways to maybe pull that off, but it just didn't seem to be the prudent thing to do, both in taking care of our health and keeping everybody safe, as well as actually celebrating the season. So what we've decided to do, and you've got information of this on the printed version of the little bulletin attached to this email, is to turn our emphasis outward, our energies outward, and to think about ministering to others. Which brings me to this. Before we get into November, as we wrap up the month of October, I want to say thank you to all of you who participated in our October Harvest Pantry Drive. We have, along with the school upstairs, Montessori School of Oakton, we have received hundreds of food items. And we're going to be celebrating that as well as praying over those resources this coming Sunday, November 1st. And we will then next week actually be delivering that to Fairfax Fish, one of their food pantries, most likely right across the street at the Presbyterian Church, Fairfax Pres, right here on Main Street. And so you've been a part already of making a difference in the lives of our community. Thank you for that. And it's going to be a beautiful way just to see how even just giving something little, when we say, Lord, multiply our gifts, well, you're going to see that evidenced on the altar on Sunday. And we thank you. And again, we are receiving through the end of the week here at the office, as well as on Sunday. I know it's November 1st, and this was the October thing. But feel free to bring, if you haven't yet, or to bring additional on Sunday morning. We'll certainly add it to the collection that we pray over and send out next week. Also, as we wrap up the month of October, we are giving out No Tricks, Just Treat bags to Montessori School of Oakton. They have kind of a large expanding take-home folder they send home on Fridays, and the teachers will actually be placing those in there. It's just a little treat bag of candies and crayons, things like that, little magnets, and let them know that we're thinking about them during this time of year. No trick-or-treating in the neighborhoods in Fairfax. We're not even allowed to do a trunk-or-treat in the traditional sense. So there is one other thing that we're doing. It's going to be a little bit smaller than what we had hoped to maybe do some of the full younger grades at Providence Elementary. It looks like it's just going to be the kindergartners. This is kind of a late development. Possibly the first graders as well, but we are going to be able to set up a kind of a grab and go, just treat, no tricks, just treats, where we'll be able to give the gift bags to some kindergartners. They're some of the youngest folks at Providence Elementary. Now, why are we doing this? One, it's to just make another overture, very simple, very easy to do overture to the families and to the community. It's a very simple thing. It's not gonna be very hard. We're not able to gather to mix and mingle the fall festival, fall carnival kind of thing that we had hoped. But this is another way, just very simply, to make a small impact. And then as we get into the November stuff, we'll continue some relationship November and December with some families from Providence Elementary here in Fairfax. Do want to say thank you to those of you who helped pack those little goodie bags. We had more people volunteer than we needed. We would have been driving around saying, here's 5, you put those together. So we wanted to make it as efficient as we could. So we got, there were a handful of folks that we delivered things to make it kind of a reasonable distribution. For those of you who didn't get a chance to and wanted to, there's some more opportunities in the coming months, and we're going to move you to the first of the list, certainly for what may be ahead. So thank you for the offer, and thanks for those of you who are able to help us do that. And we'll be distributing those bags. Anything left over, we can set out, let you use them for trick or treat or whatever in the future, pass those out at work, whatever you want to do. But we should be able to get those distributed this weekend. So we thank you. We're doing that Friday at Providence from 3 to 6, actually, in the daytime, a little drive-up situation, and just to say, kind of, here's a treat. Happy season to each of you. So as we move into November, though, please make note of a couple of things that we've put in print on that attachment, and that is our Thanksgiving emphasis. A little bit has changed since I shared with you kind of what we were thinking. Instead of doing 12 families for Thanksgiving and then 6 of the 12 for Christmas, the social services, and we are working with Providence Elementary, they have asked us to help 16 families across the 2 months and to do it 8 by 8. It's going to work better for them, and it's going to help them meet their needs in a more efficient way. So we've agreed to do that. It doesn't mean that we're not going to help as many people, actually more just kind of spread out over the 2 months. So here's what we're actually doing, and you've got the details in print. If you would like to help, we certainly can use the financial donation. You can do that by just marking on your regular giving, the regular way that you would do it, just whatever amount to that, just put Thanksgiving meals. Also, we may need a few shoppers. We've got it covered, I think, but if you just really want to go out shopping or partner with somebody to do that, we can help you do that. That's always a joy, always a blessing. And so if you'd like to participate, let us know. But one of the things we are going to need to do is to assemble the gift baskets. And we're going to do that in a safe, COVID protocol, efficient way on Sunday morning, or actually Sunday afternoon, early afternoon, after church, Sunday morning worship on Sunday, the 22nd of November. Yes, that is the date that we would traditionally have had the big meal. Again, we're not able to do that. So we're going to be gathering in the fellowship hall, the few that can and would like to help. We're going to be doing that. We'll be masked, gloved, all the other limitations that we have to work through. But we'll be putting those boxes, those baskets together to take food. We're also going to then allow the families to decide what kind of meat they would like to use. And so we're going to provide a gift card for that. So again, the financial donations go a very, very long way. And if you would like to do some hands-on, we can find a way to do that. Let us know. We'll give you some more information over the next couple of weeks as we clarify exactly the size of the families. We've got them, but as we evaluate those and what their specific needs may be, we'll be putting those boxes together accordingly, and then we'll be offering to deliver them. Most are going to accept that, most likely, but some may want us not to come to the house and may want to drop by, so we'll make that available for that Sunday as well. So if you'd like to help in any of those ways, let us know. Again, you're going to hear some more information. Just contact the church office, drop us an email, and we'll loop you into the project. And then as we come into December, we'll be doing something very similar for both a meal as well as gifts for the family, and particularly focusing on the children. Now, you may think, well, we were going to do 12 and now that's cut down significantly. I'm going to wait and give later. That's perfectly understandable if you'd like to do that. However, what we've decided to do is to actually just begin receiving, and what we don't use, if there's a financial contribution that puts us over the amount that's needed for Thanksgiving, that is just going to be held in reserve to be the head start for a December emphasis. Again, we're going to be doing the shopping, we're going to be doing the meals as well as the gifts, and some of the same needs are going to be in December as we have in November. So financially, if you want to go ahead and give, that will be put to good use. And if we can, if God blesses us and you really want to participate, there may also be other resources and ways that we can use that even December and beyond. So in connecting with these families in need. So just give as God leads and directs you, and know that in good faith, that's going to supply the resources for our Thanksgiving meals, as well as for the endeavors, and it'll allow us to do as much as we can in a unique and wonderful way for each family in December. So please note that and find a way to plug in, and realize that even though we can't gather, we're still in our traditional Thanksgiving meal way. We are going to celebrate the season. That Sunday, we're going to have some unique, creative ways to celebrate that. You'll be hearing more about that in the coming weeks, and maybe even asked to participate as well if you're part of those who are regathering. And even digitally, you'll be hearing more about options for that as well. So keep those things in mind. Also attached to this email is the birthday list, again for November. It's the second time you received it, but just in case, here's November. And then the birthday list for December, and that way you can get a good head start as we come into the next couple of months. I want to remind you that this Sunday is that extra hour of sleep Sunday. It's the time change that we may not like because it gets so dark early after that. But that Sunday morning, we like that extra hour of sleep, so admit it. That's the more gentle one on our well-being at first Sunday morning. So unless you want to try to tune in early or show up early for worship, be sure to set your clocks back. You fall back that 1 hour, and we'll be live streaming at 11. We can safely regather for those of you who'd like to do so. And for those who would like to just chime in online, you go to our website, click the blue button on the home page, watch now, and you'll be linked to that service. And this Sunday will be kind of neat. We'll be celebrating communion. Again, kind of a creative way of doing it, a creative kind of reflection. If you would like homebound communion resources, we do have those available. As always, you're free to use what you have in your own pantry. But if you would like, you certainly can request, and we've given some of those out, but if you would like some, you can reach out to your deacon or ask him or her next time you speak, and that can be provided. If not for this Sunday, certainly for the months to come that we'll be doing this. So keep that in mind. We hope to see you Sunday, one way or the other. Again, thanks for making what we've done so far this fall happen. And thank you in advance, for I know you're going to continue to be faithful. Many of you have been asking, what do we do? What do we do? And here's that information, hopefully, that gets you started for Thanksgiving. And you'll hear more of how we're going to do that. More celebrations to come in December. I did kind of just float the little balloon that we may have another outdoor event. It'll be, in December, we'll have to bundle up, but we do have one. You're going to be hearing more about that, and that is kind of a Christmas celebration, a living nativity. Again, that'll be the Sunday prior to Christmas, December the 20th. It'll be 2 to 4, the perhaps warmest part of the day if we can. And there'll be some time of some singing and caroling, as well as, of course, the petting zoo that arrives. So you want to mark that on your calendar. You're going to be hearing more about that. We'll be doing some more publicity, and all of that will be done in a safe COVID protocol kind of fashion. Just know that. And then make certain that you circle those things on your calendar, participate, even if you can't be here on Sunday, if that's not where you are right now in your regathering strategy. Know that you can safely connect with us, and we hope to see you then as we break the bread of the Lord's table together, as we kind of officially begin a kickoff for a Thanksgiving emphasis in ministry, as well as asking God's blessings on that which we have already done this month of October. Again, we look forward to seeing you. Reach out to us. Remember, our office is open 9 to noon, Monday through Thursday. We check the voicemails and the emails pretty much throughout the week. Feel free to get in touch with us if you need. And remember, stay safe. and we'll get through this together. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of the week, and we will see you on Sunday.